EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins. McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from Miami. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Call that an 84-yard kick return. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Ready? They gotta go. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. There he goes, right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 58 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Oh, he fakes a spike. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. Ice jam! Ice jam! On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 74 yards. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but the only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Couple of Alabama guys there. 2 in a waddle for the Miami first.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Still 6.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
21G.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 7.
Here's Tua. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now they'll try again on second down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Water. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Bills' 46-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
For the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Sherfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll fire this deep for Hardy. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is going to have the Bills first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a heck of a start to this, and we haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Smith. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Now Gino. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 65 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Runs through the contact. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on their first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Gino now to throw. Finding Walker complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They dial a running play here with Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
On second down, Mostert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They run again with Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Smith now on second down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. Really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
The fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Fourth down, Smith. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And quickly, they get to the line. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. On 1st down, it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Far right side, taken in by Eskridge. Touchdown! Dwayne Eskridge from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Gino's going to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And now off to the races, down the right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A.J., 77 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but it got his man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's got this down to the 35. A-Chain on 1st and 10. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a three-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Kansas City. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
20 TX.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and a couple. Again, it's A-Chain. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Tua steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go ahead. Go, go, go.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 56 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 15. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Don't touch that.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
First down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And now the rookie's free. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st first and 10. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Turbo one, high. Turbo one, high. Hey, turbo one, turbo one. He's right, no. Turbo three, kick. Hey.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Taylor finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any of them.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line, and he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun, here's Swift. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Miami Dolphins.
21G, 21G.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of buying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
68 yards.
and the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
63.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And an Eagle first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
2nd and 5.
Wilkins on the stop. It's a gain of 5.
Once again, it's Swift.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
1:58 left to play. 2 hit halftime.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Looking to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Before we came up to the booth, Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A-Chain gets it from the gun. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 27.
First down, they go back to A-Chain.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Second and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left.
And this one too low.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10.
A-Chain now up the middle.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
They're on 17.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Oh, look at this play call. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down, here's H.A. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Dolphins first down.
H.A. on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. Again, it's H.A. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Give up the middle to H.A. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
One more time with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third.
They're right here. Solo left Zion. Double 1 high.
Tua going to throw.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 99 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Breaks through the contact.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tua. Out to his left.
He dumps it off to A-Chain. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
They dial a running play here with Hill. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, Gordon, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure he would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now Hill. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead, because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Back to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it. H8. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. change that dial.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
On 2nd down, Swift
powering forward. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 3 on the play. And an Eagles first down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
First down, Eagles.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Well, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, Maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. A-chain here. They still on the ground.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
That's good for a Dolphins.
A-chain now up the middle.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One overtime, how about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
All right, what can Tua do now with his drive at OT?
They complete it to Hill. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A give up the middle to A-chain.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 30. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll run for it with A-chain.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it for a loss.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This to win it in overtime. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit...
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Sidney Brown with it. Man, what a battle. I mean, what a game this has turned out to be, Charles, as we are going to have now a 5th drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now. 3 to win it.
And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on